Hey, this is Jason. In this video, we're going to cover why you should never rely on price per square foot as an indicator of value, right? This is video 6 of 365. I'm documenting my journey of how to, taking my single flipper kind of strategy into a full-fledged real estate investment fund, right? So now, the question, which is, why you should never use price per square foot as a sole indicator for value. So I want to kind of explain this, right? Price per square foot is made by realtors and salespeople to kind of tell you why you should hire them and why like a quick relationship to the market, right? But price per square foot should never actually be used by itself. Right? It's like an enhancer, to find value, right? Like, for example, kind of, analogy, like you can't have a bowl of salt, you say by itself and say, listen, I'm going to serve you a dinner of salt, right? Salt is made with, or made to be used with, a dish to enhance it. So similarly, price per square foot is very similar to that, right? So the best example I give you, right? If you do not use this, or you try to use price per square foot as the indicator, it can lead to like detrimental kind of effects, right? The example I give you is, I had a guy, he bought a big house. He bought like I want to say like a 6,000 square feet house. And the house was on like a slope, right? So from the front of the house, you've seen 2 stories, but on the back of the house, there was 3 stories. And the bottom half of the house had like, it was unfinished. So, he was gonna finish that, that actual, what do you call it? The last floor, like the basement, and make it into living space, right? Put air conditioning and whatnot into it. And he's going to add that square footage to the overall house to make it from 6,000 square feet to like 9,000 square feet, right? And following this logic, he was said to me, Jason, we're going to go from, I think it was like, let's say it was $100 a square foot. We're going to go from this price to that price, right? Some astronomical price. But I told him, I said, listen, it doesn't work like that. Right? Because he was trying to refinance at the time because he was running out of money, to be honest with you, right? Because at the time I owned a mortgage company, and he came to us to refinance. And I said, it doesn't work like that, right? How it works is the comparable market approach. An appraiser uses 3 comparable houses that are the same make and model, right? And they use that to indicate value, right? Price per square foot in relationship to the appraisal kind of tells you where it's at in relationship to the comparables, right? But it does not tell you the value. What tells you the value is 3 houses that have sold in that market within a reasonable time that are similar to the subject. Now, the problem was there were no 9,000 square feet houses within 5 miles of that house. So that house became unique. And it was hard for someone to get an appraisal, and therefore it was hard for him to either actually sell or even refinance to the number that he was thinking in his mind, right? It led to bad things in this case, right? So you see this a lot when you're talking to salespeople. When you're talking to like a wholesaler, or you're talking to a realtor, or you're talking to someone that's trying to move their property, they're going to talk in relationship to price per square foot, right? I'm not gonna lie, I do it. If I want to say that we sold a house in that area for the highest price per square foot for that area can hold, right? But at the same time, when I'm buying a house, I never ever use the price per square foot to indicate the value. You got to use comparables, right? Very important, right? We're gonna hook up tomorrow, and tomorrow we're gonna actually cover the buy, repair, rent, and then repeat strategy, and why I think that potentially that could be a good strategy, but really, if used incorrectly, that can be a ticking time bomb, right? So I'll check you guys tomorrow. God bless. You know where to find me. Blessings.